Phil Foden will be out for 4 weeks after undergoing surgery for acute appendicitis. Gab, how big a blow this is for City?
So if the manager of Manchester City, there's 3 letters in his name.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If it's
Like
being Pep, it was Gab.
Yeah.
It would be a massive blow because I'm a huge Phil Foden fan. I think he's phenomenal. And I think he should play every minute of every game for City. With this manager, I don't know. I think Foden is useful as a squad accessory to have in there. We've discussed this before. When he looks at it, he sees Mahrez and he sees Grealish and he sees Julian Alvarez and Bernardo and De Bruyne, and that's how I'm not, obviously it's a blow because part of the rotation, all the big games coming up,
for
but
sure.
It's not massive. It's not like losing Erling Haaland or
exactly.
Rodri or whatever.
Yeah.
N'Golo Kante is back in training and actually played a game behind closed doors against adults, I presume, right?
Yeah, against Charlton.
Okay.
Which was good. And it was sunny as well. And Mason Mount was there supporting his friend with an N'Golo
Thiago
Kante
Silva.
and Thiago Silva as well. From what I was told, he came through it well. He played well. It was good. He needed to because he hadn't played since August, as we mentioned before. It's a very long hamstring injury for him. So finally seeing the end of the tunnel is great. It's great. We're all happy for NG.
The new contract?
New contract. I mentioned that to you before, and you looked at me with your big eyes, and I went, really? Yeah, it seems that with a pay cut, takes less money on a shorter deal, of course. But that Potter wants to keep him, and he's always wanted to stay in London.
All right. So it's great that Potter wants to keep him. We all love N'Golo Kante. There is no rush to give him a contract. Have a conversation with him in June.
Yeah, but I think he's ongoing
now. He wants to stay, and we'll see where he is. Do not make the mistake that because he played against the freaking whatever version of Charlton this is in whatever league they're in some behind closed door friendly, and only Mason Mount and Thiago Silva saw him. Don't do it now. The guy's been through a lot.
It's not just City. The Premier League have referred Everton to an independent commission for alleged breaches of the league's profit and sustainability. That's tough for me to say. Rules. Basically, the Premier League FFP. Gab, is this a big deal?
So this is very different from the city situation. Although they'll be judged in the same way in the sense they'll have a 3-man independent commission. This only refers to one season. This was flagged up 9 months ago by Leeds United and Burnley when both were in danger of getting relegated. When they said, "Wait a minute," they ended up losing $371.8 million, which is far. Now that includes COVID losses, stadium losses, and so on. They're saying, "How is this possible?" I think what it comes down to, Everton are saying, "Well, we did our accounting this way to account for the losses, and as long as you're clear about it and honest about it, the auditor should go for it and approve it, right?" Premier League evidently finding some reason to say, "Hey, auditors, you guys did this incorrectly. You shouldn't have counted this or that." So it seems more administrative. It could mean, if they're found guilty of breaches, it could mean a points penalty. Yeah. It could even open them up to compensation from Burnley. It could mean, I don't know, forced relegation seems a bit much, but if they get a points penalty, obviously that would impact it. What I want to know, Premier League, if Burnley, who's now relegated, I know they're going to come back up, but if they tell you 9 months ago, freaking look into this 9 months ago, when it would have made a difference to Burnley. That's just not fair to them.
Yeah, no, you're right. Completely.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.